Alrighty guys, it's time to tear this shrink wrap off of this sucker and get it opened up and see what's inside. This is Nemo's War, the Ultimate Edition. So we're going to find out what comes in this box, the Ultimate Edition, and see if it's something you might be interested in. Nemo's War is great. I own Nemo's War, but problem is I didn't have any of the expansions or anything. It was just the base game, which is great by itself. This just adds a lot of stuff. So let's see what it does. Let's tear this ugly shrink wrap off of here and see what's inside the box, shall we? I think we shall. Alright, let's get that nasty shrink wrap off. Get it out of here, boys. Alright, there we go. Oh my god, look how much better that is. Look at that. So much better right off the bat. Nasty old shrink wrap. Alright, so what is it? Nemo's War. It features solo gameplay with a 2 to 4 player co-op variant and a 2-player versus variant. So the game is designed specifically for solo, and then there are some variants that make it play with other people. So as opposed to a normal game, which is designed for multi-people and then also has a solo module, this is exactly the opposite. This box includes Nemo's War, the 2nd edition, the Nautilus Upgrade expansion, the Bold and Caring expansion, the Diorama Personae expansion, and then the Journey's End expansion. So it includes basically the base game and 4 expansions. How will the world remember your voyage? How will the world remember your voyage? Learn how to read, right? So let's see what's in the box and open it up and see what we got inside this sucker. So, alright, so we got a couple 6-sided dice. We got some cards. We got some more cards. We've got our rule booklet. This is, if you're not familiar with what Nemo's War is, maybe I should start there. This is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, the board game. If you're at all familiar with 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea and the whole underwater submarine and futuristic trying to, create a new utopia, it's got that whole vibe going on. So it's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, the board game that you play solo. All right. So we got a rule booklet we can look at. We have a between voyages guide. We got some ship counters here. We got some more ship counters. We got some more counters. We've got some more counters. We've got a player board, which we'll look at here in a second. We've got some more counters. We've got some baggies. We've got a nice little to separate it's a bag. You're going to draw ships out of the bag. There's a couple different variants because you have several different things you need to keep track of. We have green ship. We have a blue ship. We have the Nautilus ship. This is the Nautilus from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. And look, it even looks like that. See that? Yeah. We have some gems. Those are always good. Gems. We have some cubes. Okay. And we have a fancy board. Or insert, I should say. Fancy, fancy insert. Fancy, fancy insert. Okay. So let's start looking at some of these components. We got our things. Righto, righto. Boom, boom, boom. We got some nice, these are the different crew members. You got the chief engineer, you got Professor Anorix, you have the first officer, you have Ned Land, you have the council, and you have this, excuse me, the second officer. As you use each of these characters and their special abilities, you're going to flip them over, and that's it. So that's the thing. These here, if I'm trying to remember what these did. Can't remember what these did. So, but we're going to punch these out. I know that. These look like they're going to go into a bag. But I could be wrong. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Nemo's War Punch Board 05 back. Alrighty. We'll look at the player board here in a minute. We got some more things to punch out. Okay. More stuff to punch out here. Okay. Just trying to be careful with some of the stuff. That's all. Nice little tokens for this and this. Okay. What do we have here? Defeat. Ooh. Alright. Want to make sure you get all this stuff out. That looks like everything there. Got a bunch of ships. We're gonna look at these first. Nice looking counters. All kinds of different things, ships. Nice looking colors on these ships too. Good looking, ooh, variety in the back of that. Very nice. I think I'm trying to remember what the different colors were for. I think some of these represent other kinds of ships. I only played the game a couple times maybe. So certainly not an expert at all. What everything does and how to do it. I'm going to have to reread through everything. Just to get back up to speed here. Let's put these. I'll have to separate the stuff later, but I just want to keep these in the bag for now. Alright. Then get more of these little tokens. These little ones are going to go with these little ones because they're the same kind. Lovely. I don't think I'm going to have enough bags, to be honest. I guess we should put these and these together. Alright, we'll put all this stuff together in a bag and see how that goes. Ah! Scratchy, scratchy eye. Okay. This is a really, if you are unfamiliar with this game, I would say you should definitely check it out. It's a really good game. If you play a lot of solo games, you should try this game. The cool thing about this, if you're not familiar with this game, one of the cool things about this game is that you can basically play it, you play the same game, but you change the mode of the game based upon what you're playing as. So you can play as like a privateer, where you're just running around and trying to sink a bunch of ships. Or you can play as a scientist, so you're trying to do more humanitarian work and scientific work. You can play as a... I'm trying to think, there's like 5 or 6 different... there's like 5 or 6 different aspects that you can play as. And each one of them changes the game just slightly. Just slightly. And it depends on, depending on what you're going to do, you will add certain kinds of cards into the game. And, so it kind of changes up the game. Even though you're playing the same game, it can be very different because you're going to have different goals to try to accomplish. So if you enjoy playing it one way, or if you don't like playing it a certain way, you can try a different aspect and try it that way. So there's a lot of flexibility built into how this game plays and how you interact with the game based upon what you're trying to accomplish and what you're trying to play as, I guess. So I think I've ever played with all the expansions, so it's going to take us a little while to get this all sorted out and figured out and get it to the table, but shouldn't be too long. As you can see, it doesn't take too long to punch it all out either. We'll look at the rest of the components and we'll see if we can put it back in the box. I know that fancy dancy plastic insert, I don't know if that insert's going to make it. I really don't know if that insert's going to make it, because I don't know if I can put all these things in that insert and keep it. It's just a fancy insert for whatever purpose. I don't know why they continue to do this. I don't know why they continue to make these fancy inserts for no reason. Alright, so we've got cards. We've got tons of nice looking cards here. And the cards are really nice quality, if I remember correctly. So you have a couple versus cards. You have some Nautilus upgrade cards, and you can see, again, a huge, nice variety of these are all the different upgrades you can get to your ship. And they each do something special. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26 different upgrades. That's a lot of upgrades. Like here's the Hyperdrive. There's the Fog Machine. There's the Adventurers League. The Electric Horn. The Nemo's Manifesto. Prize Cruise Quarters. There's all kinds of different things. War Room. So all kinds of different upgrades. We have the co-op roles, which if you're going to play co-op, and the versus mode, I probably won't be using those cards, so we'll just put those differently. Then here's your adventure cards. These are all the adventures you're going to go on, and the different things that are going to happen to you, and you're going to have to try to figure out how to deal with these events and a family reunion, or you might have unwanted reflections, or you might have the Maelstrom show up, return to Misery Island, another 1,000 Leagues, Modus Vendendi, the Kraken, the Trap, all kinds of different things you're going to encounter. Again, some of these cards, depending on what mode you're going to play in, you're going to choose a certain number of these cards. Some of these cards are more geared towards adventure. Some of these cards are more geared towards, I think you have a yellow that do a certain thing. You have green and purple. And what else was there? Like black or brown or something. Red. Yeah. So these are all adventure cards. Look at that nice, huge assortment of adventure cards. So every time you play, it's going to be very different. It's going to take you quite a few plays just to go through the, through the deck to get and see all the different cards. These over here for a second as we check out the new put that up there. Put these in a little baggie. We'll check out the map, see what the map is like. All right. So here's like the different sea areas that you can explore. Here's the different resources. You have Nemo himself. You have your crew. And you have the hull of your ship. And as these go up and down, here's the different turn tracks. Sequence of events. Here's the different ships. Then once you sink the ships, it goes on here, and then you earn points. Here's your motives. Venture card test modifiers. Good looking map, as you can see. check out the rule booklet here. The game rules come in with a very reasonable 49 pages. Introduction, game equipment, adventure cards, definitions, die rolls, notoriety, open spaces, ship tokens, turn sequence, event phase and tests, keeping event cards, resolving tests, exerting ship resources, gaining notoriety, the placement phase, placing ship tokens on the board, optional rules, the lull turn, oh yes, that's important, action phase, some more optional rules here, which is interesting. Your different move, rest, repair, refit, search, combats, how combat's handled. Then this is down there was your ship tonnage. So when you sink your ships, you're keeping track of them to see for your total tonnage sink. Ship sinks, combat examples, conducting torpedo attacks, emergency help, how the game ends, and then kind of explanation on the Nautilus blueprints or upgrades we looked at, what they mean and how they interact with the game, and then kind of an overview of your motive rule changes, adventurer, humanist, piracy, world order. Those are the kind of, so yeah, each one of these has a different color. Piracy is the green one, world order is the purple, humanist is like the kind of brownish color, and the adventurer is kind of an orange color. All right, so that is that. Then we have Between Voyages Guide. Game setup. Yes, it's a very complex way to set up the deck. You're going to take some finale card, put it in the bottom of like 5 cards and shuffle it up. Then you have rising action cards above that, and then Act 3, and then Act 2, and Act 1. And yeah, I remember it was very complex setup. Here's this. This is Between Voyages Guide. It's interesting, but this is like how to like set up the game more than the other manuals, like how to play. This is like how to set it up. Starting Nautilus upgrades, optional rules. Okay, and this may be like a playthrough, because it's like, do this. It's like a little story that goes along with it. Maybe this is to kind of help you understand. Then you're welcome to Act 2. I'm not 100% sure, but it looks good. Anyways, looks great. Alright, so we've got a bunch of tokens, a couple bags. We got our ships and gems. We need to put our cards away. We have some dice and some tokens there. I mean, I almost hate to get rid of those other that insert, but I just don't see that insert being much help trying to get everything. Let's see, that is the Nautilus upgrades, right? Trying to see if I can find a right size baggie that might help me here. No, of course not. Ahí. I'm gonna drag out the big boy. See, there we go. We can find a couple. There we go. Alright, that's what you get inside the box. Kind of a look at all the goodies, how to, kind of separate it, and how long it would take you to get things organized for your first game. Not too long. It's pretty good. There you go. Where's my lid? There's my lid. Let's see here. Put that sucker on there. Yeah, I just don't think that insert is going to be doable. With the trying to fit everything back in the box. It's got the Golden Geek nominee for 2017 for Best Thematic Board Game, and Golden Geek nominee 2017 Best Solo Board Game. Alright, so it is 90 minutes, 14 and up, 1 to 5 players. It's a venture game by Chris Taylor, development and expansions designed by Alan Emmerich, artwork by Ian O'Toole and Clark Miller. Includes 58 new cards from the Journey's End expansion. Entering your story in Nemo's son, Nadine Dakar, who crosses paths with his father after hearing news of mysterious events at sea. Add 2 new motives for Captain Nemo. Each motive requires a different style of play to optimize, and each of these styles also prevents numerous helpful sub-strategies. Includes 2 new ship miniatures, which we looked at. So we have a 1 game board, 163 cards, 16 acrylic gems, 12 wooden cubes, 5 6-sided dice, 1 Nautilus plastic miniature, 2 Imperial Squadron miniatures, 3 custom wooden markers, 72 ships, tokens, 7 character resource tiles, 73 treasure tokens, 2 cloth bags, various cardboard playing tokens, a rule booklet, and a setup and epilogue book. Great stuff for sure. I'm hoping to get this to the channel before the end of the year and get to remembering how to play it. And it's a great, awesome, love this game. So definitely check it out for sure. Thanks everyone for coming out. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this, tear the shrink off. Look at Nemo's War. Don't forget to hit that like button. That would be greatly appreciated. Also, if you're new around here, go ahead and subscribe. We do usually 2 or 3 videos every day here on the channel. We've done over 112, 117, I forget what new games this year on the channel. So we're always doing lots of stuff if you're new around here. Anyways, thanks everyone. All right, we'll see you next time. Till then, take care, everybody. And don't you forget, I will see you all down the line. Take care, everybody. Have a good night.